Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Daily. I'm Emma, and today I have a story for you. It's a weekend story. Last weekend, I went somewhere different. Not a big city, not a busy street. I went to the country. Fields, trees, clean air, no traffic noise, no tall buildings, just quiet. And the weather? In the country, you notice the weather differently. In the city, you look at your phone. You check the app. 60% chance of rain, and you decide, umbrella or no umbrella. In the country, you look at the sky. You watch the clouds. You feel the wind change. You smell the rain before it comes. The sky is the weather forecast. No app needed. Oh, the weather. When I was in the country last weekend, I talked about the weather more than anything else. Is it going to rain? What's the weather like in the morning? It looks like it's clearing up. Tomorrow will be better. Every hour, a new weather sentence. Natural, easy, necessary. In the country, the weather is everything. It changes all day. Morning sun, afternoon rain, evening sky. You watch it, you talk about it, you dress for it, and then it changes again. Today, I'm going to take you there with me. Not to a classroom, not to a city, to a small town called Millbrook, to a garden with tomatoes and a dog named Biscuit, to a farmer's market on a Saturday morning, to a diner in the rain, to a garden under the stars. You'll hear how I talk about the weather. Simple sentences, real words, the kind you can use tomorrow. And you'll meet two people I found there. Soo-jin from South Korea and Kenji from Japan. Both of them working in the countryside this summer. Both of them learning English, just like you. This is a real weekend. Not a perfect weekend. It rained. We got wet. We had nowhere to go for an hour. But that's a real weekend. Real weekends have weather. Real weekends have surprises. Real weekends have people you didn't plan on meeting. With real weather, real conversations, in real English. Shadow me. Say the words with me. Say every word, every sentence, at the same time as me. If you miss something, come back. Don't stop. Don't restart. Just come back in. This is what shadowing is. Following, keeping up, staying in the flow. Say everything I say at the same speed. Don't wait. Don't translate. Just say it. Even if you don't understand every word, even if the sound is new, say it. Your mouth is learning. Your ear is learning. Both at the same time. Don't worry about understanding everything. Just come with me. Let's go. The weekend is waiting. The bus is leaving. The sky is beautiful. I want to hear your voice. Not just in your head. Out loud. Real speaking starts with sound. Your mouth has to practice. Not just your brain. Both together. Let's start the story. It's Friday evening, 5:30, the end of the work week. That feeling, Friday at 5:30, the week is done, the weekend is here. I have my bag with me, packed this morning before work. Clothes for 2 days, toothbrush, book, and some good coffee I bought at lunch. A gift for Grace. I'm on a bus, a long bus, heading north. Through the window, I watch the city disappear. I love this part. The moment when the city ends. It happens quickly. One block, buildings. Next block, fields. Like a door closing. The tall buildings get shorter, then they stop. And there are trees. More trees, and then fields. I breathe out slowly. There is no other feeling like this. When you leave a city, when the buildings stop, when the road opens up, and everything gets quiet. That feeling, when the city ends and the countryside begins, something in your body relaxes, like a switch turning off. The noise, the rush, the crowded streets, all of it fading behind you. I'm going to a small town called Millbrook. Population, maybe 2,000 people. One main street, one diner, one gas station, one small grocery store, and farmland in every direction. 2 hours north of the city. My friend Grace lives there. She moved from the city 5 years ago. I remember when she told me. I thought she was crazy. Now I understand. She has a house with a garden and a dog named Biscuit. I haven't been there since last autumn. That was October. The leaves were red and orange. The garden was full of pumpkins. Grace made apple pie from the tree in the corner. It was the best pie I have ever eaten. I am hoping for pie again, and I have been looking forward to this all week. Outside, the sky is still light. August evenings last a long time. The sun won't set for another hour. The fields go past, green and flat. Everything is very green in August. The crops are tall, the grass is long, the trees are full, heavy with leaves. A red barn, a pond with ducks, a dirt road disappearing into the trees. A man beside me on the bus looks up from his phone. He is maybe 60 years old, gray hair, reading glasses pushed up on his forehead. He has the look of someone going home to somewhere he knows well. He sees me looking out the window. "Nice evening," he says. "It really is," I say. That is a weather conversation. 2 words and 3 words. That's all. The bus slows down as it passes through a small village. A gas station. A diner with a sign, "Best Pie in Town." A church with a white steeple. Small American life, going on as it always has. Unhurried, unchanged, while the city rushes an hour south. People on porches, children on bicycles. This is the countryside. Life at a different speed. I check my phone. The map shows the route. A long line going north. The blue dot, me, moving slowly up the line. 1 more hour. I close my eyes for a little while. The bus hums. The road is smooth. Outside, fields in the dark. Just shapes now, gray and green. The moon is up, half moon, enough light to see the trees. The window is cool against my head. When I open my eyes again, it's almost dark. The sky is orange and pink at the edges. The first stars are just appearing. Beautiful, orange and pink and a little purple. The way the sky looks when it is trying very hard. I watch it until the colors fade, until the sky goes from orange to pink to dark blue, and the first star appears. In the city, you never see this. The buildings are in the way, or the lights are too bright, or you're just not looking. From a bus window going north, you see the whole sky. I take out my phone and take a photo, not for anyone, just for me, to remember this exact sky. The bus pulls into Millbrook at 7:45. I look out the window. One streetlight, a gas station, a bench. Small stop, small town. But it feels like arriving somewhere real, more real than big airports and big stations. Grace is waiting at the stop. She is wearing a big green jacket and holding a thermos. Biscuit is on a leash beside her. Biscuit sees me first. His ears go up. His nose goes forward. He makes a small sound, half bark, half whine. The sound of a dog who is very happy and can't decide how to show it. Biscuit starts wagging his whole body. He missed you, Grace says. I missed him, I say. We hug. It is warm and genuine. She smells like garden and tea. I probably smell like a bus. She doesn't say anything about it. That is a real friend. The way you hug someone you haven't seen in a while. How is the bus? Long, but beautiful. The sky was incredible. I know. We watched the sunset from the garden. I watched it from the window. Same sky, different windows. We walk to her house. 5 minutes, maybe 7. Down the main road, turn left at the red post box, up a short hill, and there it is. A white house, blue shutters, a porch, light on inside, warm and yellow through the windows. The street is quiet. It smells of grass and something cooking somewhere. The air is cooler here than in the city, noticeably cooler, clean. I breathe it in, and again. One more time, this smell, cool and green and alive. You can't bottle it. You can only come here for it. This is why people come to the country. People come for the quiet, but also for this, the air. City air has a smell. Not always bad, just full, heavy. Traffic, food, people, buildings, heat. Country air has a different smell. Grass, earth, something alive, nothing in the way. I breathe it in one more time, and I follow Grace inside. For this, for air like this. Saturday morning. I wake up to birds. Not one or two, many, all talking at the same time, like a meeting that started without me. I open the curtain. The sky is completely clear, bright blue, no clouds at all. The garden below is full of morning light. Everything is green and sharp and still. It's going to be a beautiful day. I get dressed quickly. I go downstairs. Grace is already in the garden. Not surprising. Grace is always in the garden in the morning, before the heat, before the day. Just her and the plants and the birds. She has a cup of tea. She is looking at her tomatoes. This is what Grace does on Saturday mornings. She looks at her tomatoes. How are the tomatoes? I ask. Coming along, she says, slowly but coming along. I pour myself a coffee from the kitchen. The coffee here is different from city coffee. Grace has an old machine, simple, slow. The coffee takes longer to make, but it tastes better. Maybe because there is no rush. When you have nowhere to be, everything tastes better. I bring it outside. The garden is not big, maybe 10 meters by 12. Not large, but Grace uses every centimeter, but it is full. Tomatoes, beans, herbs. A row of sunflowers along the fence. A small apple tree in the corner. The apples are still small and green. Not ready yet. October, probably. But they are there. Patient and growing. A bird feeder that Biscuit watches very carefully. The morning air is cool and soft. Not cold, just fresh. The kind of morning air that makes you glad to be awake. I sit down on the old wooden bench by the fence. I hold my coffee with both hands. I just sit and look and breathe. No phone, no plans, no hurry. You can't always do this in the city. There is always something to check, something to answer, someone waiting. But here, nothing is waiting. Nothing is urgent. The morning is just the morning. Just the garden, the birds, the morning. After a while, Grace says, "What do you want to do today?" I think about it. Walk somewhere. Maybe the farmer's market if it's on. It's on. Every Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. Perfect. I look up at the sky again. The morning light is different from when I woke up. Higher, brighter, more confident. The kind of light that says, today will be warm. Still blue, still clear. But I notice, at the edges of the sky to the west, a thin line of cloud. Very thin, very far away. Not a problem, not yet. Biscuit comes and puts his head on my knee. He is a medium-sized dog, brown, floppy ears, very serious face, but not serious at all. He looks up at me. Yes, I tell him, we will go for a walk too. His tail starts immediately. We leave the house at 9:15. The air is cool, not cold, not warm, that perfect in-between temperature. The kind that makes you want to walk. The three of us, me, Grace, and Biscuit. The road outside is unpaved, white gravel, loose. Your shoes crunch on it with every step. That sound, it is very country. In cities, all the roads are paved, smooth and quiet. Here, crunch, crunch, crunch. Every step is a little announcement. You are here, walking, alive. Gravel and dust, wide enough for one car. Fields on both sides, the tall grass moving in the breeze. We walk slowly, no rush. The road is quiet, no cars, just us. Our feet on the gravel, Biscuit's paws, and a sound of birds everywhere. Sujin would say, "It's a beautiful morning." Kenji would say, "It looks like rain by afternoon." Both of them right. This is the country. Rushing doesn't make sense here. The sky is still mostly clear, but I can see those clouds to the west. They are bigger now, not white and thin anymore, heavier, darker at the bottom. Grace, I say. I see them, she says. Rain? Maybe this afternoon. Don't worry. In the country, people watch the sky. In the city, the sky is just the gap between buildings. You look up and see a rectangle of blue, or gray, or nothing. In the country, the sky is everything. It goes all the way from one side to the other. You see it change. In real time, you see the clouds coming from far away. You have time to prepare. They read it like a newspaper. They know what different clouds mean. Grace has lived here for 6 years. She knows this sky. We keep walking. Biscuit investigates everything, every bush, every interesting smell, every stone that might be hiding something. The road curves around a small hill. The hill is covered in wildflowers, purple and yellow, blowing in the breeze. Biscuit stops to look at them. He looks at them for a full 3 seconds. A long time for a dog. Then he moves on. He has made his assessment. The flowers are acceptable. And then we see the market. A cluster of tents in the village square. Not a big market, maybe 15 stalls, but 15 good stalls. Everything local, everything real. You can tell by the vegetables. Slightly different sizes, not perfect circles. Real vegetables from real soil. Colorful, busy, cheerful. Voices and the smell of fresh bread from 50 meters away. Perfect morning, perfect market. The market is small but full of good things. Vegetables, fruit, honey, eggs, jam. A woman selling dried herbs in little paper bags. A man with a table of handmade wooden spoons. A teenager selling lemonade, homemade, $1. I buy a lemonade, $1. A real dollar, not an app. A teenager in a yellow apron takes my dollar. She gives me a cup, ice and lemon, and something sweet. I taste it, very cold, very lemony, a little too sweet. Perfect. Cold and sweet and very lemony. Grace buys tomatoes, more tomatoes. She looks at them the way she looks at her own tomatoes, with professional interest. I wander slowly between the tables. No hurry, no list, just looking. This is the right way to go to a market. With time, with curiosity, with nothing to do after. Biscuit walks beside me, very well behaved. He knows this place. He has been here before. He knows that good behavior means getting a treat at the end. I stop at a table with jars of honey, all different colors, dark amber, light gold, almost white. Next to me, someone else is also looking at the honey. A young woman, maybe 25. She picks up a jar. She reads the label. Then she picks up another. She notices me. She looks at me. Then at the honey. Then at me again. That look that says, "You seem like someone who might know." "Excuse me," she says. "Which one is better, the dark or the light?" She has an accent. Korean, I think. Soft consonants. Careful pronunciation. She is choosing her words. I can see it. The small pause before each sentence, not because she doesn't know English, but because she wants to say it correctly. I respect that. Her English is careful, considered. The dark one is stronger, I say. The light one is sweeter. I like sweet, she says. She picks the light one. She smiles. My name is Soo Jin. I'm Emma. Are you visiting? Working. I work on a farm about 10 minutes from here. Really? What kind of farm? Apple farm and some vegetables. I've been here since June. We start walking together through the market. This is how friendships start. Not with a plan, with a question about honey. And then you keep walking. The way you do when you have a natural conversation with someone. You just keep going. She tells me about the farm. She has been there since June. 3 months now. She picks apples. She weeds the vegetable rows. She wakes up at 5:30 every morning. Isn't it hard? I ask. Yes, she says. But hard is okay when you like where you are. It's hard work. Early mornings. But she likes it. She likes being outside. She likes the quiet. Where are you from originally? I ask. Busan, South Korea. You? The city. Just here for the weekend. The city, she says. I don't miss it. Really? Really. 3 months here and I forget all about the city. I understand this completely. 3 months in a place and it becomes yours. Even if it is not your country. You find the market, you learn the roads, you know your favorite bench. That is what a place gives you, if you stay long enough to let it. We find a bench near the edge of the market. Wooden bench, painted green, peeling a little. Old bench, been here a long time. Many people have sat on this bench. Many market mornings. There is already someone sitting on the other end. A young man, quiet, looking at something in the distance. Soo Jin sees him and waves. That's Kenji. He works on the same farm. Kenji turns. He sees Soo Jin. He smiles. It is a small smile, reserved but warm. The kind of smile that takes some time. You have to earn it slowly. I already like him. We sit down. Kenji, this is Emma. She's from the city. Hello, Kenji says. Hi, I say. He looks back at the sky. He does this a lot. I will notice later. Every few minutes, he looks up, like checking something. A habit from the coast. When you grow up near the ocean, you watch the sky. The sky tells you what's coming before anything else does. That is the first thing I notice about Kenji. He watches the sky a lot. The clouds are coming, he says. He is right. I look at the sky. The clouds I saw this morning from the west, they are much closer now. The blue sky is still there, but the clouds are winning. How long do you think? I ask him. 2 hours, maybe 3. He says this simply, like a fact. No drama, no worry, just information. 2 hours, maybe 3. Plan accordingly, like someone who has watched this sky many times. Kenji is very good at reading the weather, Soo Jin says. In Japan, I grew up near the coast, Kenji says. You have to know the weather near the coast. I look at the sky, then at Kenji, then at the sky again. The clouds are moving. The air has changed slightly. Not colder, just different, heavier. The way air feels before rain. And then Sujin asks me something I don't expect. Emma, can I ask you? You teach English, right? Yes. How did you know? You correct me when I make mistakes, gently, without stopping. I didn't even realize I was doing it, but she noticed. Can I ask you something about weather words? Sujin takes out her phone. She scrolls to her notes. I see it on the screen. A long list. She opens her notes app. She has a long list of weather words. Sunny, cloudy, rainy, stormy, foggy, windy, humid, chilly, freezing. It is a very long list. I study these, she says. I try to remember them all. But when someone asks me, what is the weather like? I forget. I panic. I say, sunny or cloud? Kenji nods. Same for me. Too many words. I look at the list. So many words. Each one correct. Each one useful. But when you need one, they all disappear. I know this feeling. Every student knows this feeling. Then I look at them. Can I show you something? Yes, please, Sujin says. I take a small notebook from my bag. Small blue notebook. I have carried one for years. For moments exactly like this, when a student needs something written down, when an idea needs to be saved. I always carry one, just for moments like this. I write two things, it's plus word, it looks like plus noun. That's it? Sujin asks. That's it. Two patterns. They do everything. Kenji looks at the paper. He thinks, I show them. I say the sentences slowly, clearly, one at a time. It's sunny, simple, done. It's cold today. It's getting windy. It's a beautiful morning. Sujin repeats each one. It's sunny today. It's cold this morning. It's a beautiful day. She is good at this. She listens first, then she repeats, then she tries with different words. This is how languages enter the brain, quietly, testing the sounds. And the second one, I say, it looks like rain. That means I think it will rain. It looks like a storm is coming. It looks like it will clear up later. Kenji looks up. It looks like rain, he says, slowly, carefully. Yes, I say. Exactly. It looks like rain, he says again, more confident this time. Something clicks for him. I can see it. That moment when a pattern makes sense, when a student's eyes change, not just hearing the words, understanding the system. This is much easier, Sujin says. Why don't they teach it like this? I think about this. Schools teach words because words are easy to test. You can write a list. Students memorize. Teacher gives a test. Done. But speaking doesn't work that way. Speaking needs patterns, not lists. Patterns you can pick up and use anywhere. Like a tool you carry in your pocket. Because school teaches words, I say, but what you need are patterns, building blocks. Like Lego, Kenji says. I laugh. That is perfect. Kenji is quiet, but when he speaks, it counts. He finds the right image, the right comparison. That is what good learners do. They connect new things to things they already know. That is how language sticks. Exactly like Lego, you don't need 1,000 different pieces. You need a few good pieces, and you build. Sujin writes the two patterns in her phone, not in the list of weather words. At the top, by themselves, big text. She shows it to Kenji. He reads it, he nods. Then he takes out his own phone. He writes the same two patterns. Two phones, two notes, same patterns. Not in the long list, at the top. By themselves. It's plus word. It looks like plus noun. Can we add more later? She asks. Always. Start with these. Use them today. Right now? Right now. What's the weather like? She looks up at the sky. The clouds are bigger now. It's getting cloudy, she says. And? She looks at the clouds moving toward us. It looks like rain. Perfect. She used both patterns in the same breath about the real sky above her right now. That is not a classroom exercise. That is English. Real English in real life. Kenji looks up too. He has been waiting for exactly this. I think he knew already. The sky told him an hour ago. It looks like a big storm, he says. We should go soon. We all look at the sky. He is right. The clouds are very close now. The blue is almost gone. The first drop falls on my arm. One drop. Then nothing. A pause. Then 3 drops. 5. Then everything at once. Summer rain. Heavy and fast. Not gentle. Not the soft kind that comes slowly. This is August rain. Big drops. Loud. Immediate. The kind that soaks you in 30 seconds. The market instantly becomes chaos. People grab their bags. Sellers pull plastic covers over their tables. Lemonade cups blow over. Dogs shake their heads. Biscuit looks at me with great concern. He does not like rain. Run, Grace shouts. We run. The diner is 20 meters away. It feels like 100. By the time we push through the door, we are wet. Completely wet. The diner is warm and bright. A very American diner. The kind you see in movies, but better because it's real. A jukebox in the corner. Not playing right now. A counter with round stools. A chalkboard on the wall. Special. Apple pie, $4. Apple pie. I knew it. Red booths. A long counter. The smell of coffee and something fried. A few other people already inside, also wet. Everyone laughs. The sheer humor of getting caught in rain. We squeeze into a big booth. All 5 of us. Too many people for one booth, but nobody minds. When you are wet and happy, you need less space. Me, Grace, Sujin, Kenji, and Biscuit under the table. A waitress comes. Coffee for everyone? Yes, please, we all say. At the same time, more laughter. Outside, the rain hits the window hard. Thick drops, running down the glass. The village square, empty now. The tents at the market, bent and dripping. One umbrella flying past. Nobody chasing it. But inside, dry, warm, coffee. 5 people and a dog who needed to be somewhere and ended up here, together. The village square is empty now, just rain and wet tents and abandoned lemonade cups. But inside, warm, dry, coffee coming, and people you like. That is the best combination. Rain outside, warmth inside. Good company, hot coffee. Some of the best conversations happen exactly like this. when the weather forces you to stop, when you have nowhere to go, when you have only each other. There are worse places to be caught in the rain. A warm diner, good people, coffee coming, a summer storm outside the window, and nowhere to be. Yes, there are much worse places. The coffee arrives. 4 cups. A bowl of water for biscuit. 4 cups. White, thick ceramic. The kind that keeps coffee warm for a long time. The coffee smells perfect. Strong. Real. Not from a machine. From a pot that has been on the heat for an hour. I wrap my hands around the cup. So warm. After the rain, so warm. The waitress winks at him. She goes back to the counter. She comes back with a small biscuit. A dog biscuit. From under the counter. She has them ready. This is a country diner. Dogs come here. Dogs are welcome. Everyone is welcome. Biscuit puts his head on the waitress's shoe. He is in love immediately. We sit and talk and watch the rain. The conversation goes everywhere. Grace asks Sujin about Korea. Sujin asks Grace about the house and the garden. Kenji asks about the apple tree in Grace's garden. What kind is it, he asks. Macintosh, Grace says. Old one, been there longer than the house probably. In Japan we have a saying, Kenji says, an apple tree knows more than the people who plant it. We all think about that for a moment. An apple tree knows more than the people who plant it. It does. It has seen more seasons, more rain, more sun, more harvests. The apple tree in Grace's garden is probably 40 years old. It was there before Grace. It will be there after. It knows things. Then Sujin says, can I ask, what did you all do this week? A weekend conversation. Just like that. Nobody announced it. Nobody said, now let's talk about our weekends. It just happened. This is how real conversations work. They start with one question, and then everyone wants to answer. Grace goes first. I worked in the garden every morning, fixed the fence, bought these excellent tomatoes. She holds up her tomatoes. We all applaud her tomatoes. Kenji goes next. He thinks for a moment. We picked apples on Wednesday. Long day, but I like this work. Do you? Asks Sujin. Yes. In Japan, I worked in an office. Very different. Do you miss it? No, he says, simply, final. Sujin goes, I had a hard week. The work was okay, but I was homesick. She says it simply, without drama. I missed my mom's cooking, especially on rainy days. Rainy days are the worst for homesickness, Grace says. Yes, Sujin says, but also, she looks around at us. Rainy days in a diner with new friends is not so bad. Everyone smiles. I tell them about my week. Busy. Too many meetings. I was tired by Friday. But this bus ride last night was exactly what I needed. The sunset from the window, the fields. Just to see that things are still quiet somewhere. Sujin nods. That's why I came here, she says, to remember that. We sit and talk for a long time. The rain slows down, becomes lighter. Then stops. The window clears. We see the village square again, wet, shining, empty. And above it, blue sky coming back. Kenji called it. 2 hours, maybe 3. It was 2 hours and 20 minutes. Pretty good. a long stripe of blue at the western edge. Kenji sees it first. It's clearing up, he says. We leave the diner. The village is washed clean. The road is dark with water. Puddles everywhere. Biscuit walks around some. He jumps through others. Dogs and puddles. Always a complicated relationship. The air is different after rain. Cooler, cleaner. That smell, petrichor, the smell of rain on dry earth. Everything smells more alive. The five of us walk slowly through the village. No plan, just walking. That is the right speed for after rain. The clouds are moving east. The blue sky is opening from the west. By the time we reach the edge of the village, the sun is back. Not the strong morning sun, softer, afternoon light, golden and warm. It hits the wet road and makes it shine. It hits the fields and the grass looks almost yellow. Everything is very saturated. That is the word for it, saturated. When colors look more full than usual. When everything looks a little more real than real. After rain, the world is saturated. It happens every time, and every time, it surprises you. It hits the puddles and turns them into small mirrors. The countryside after rain. I have seen it many times, and every time it surprises me. How much better everything looks, how much cleaner, how much more alive. Rain doesn't ruin a day in the country. It just changes it, and often for the better. There is nothing quite like it. Sujin takes a photo. The wet road, the shining puddles, the sunflowers on someone's fence, heavy with rainwater, bright in the new sun. It is a beautiful photo. Even from where I'm standing, I can see it. Then another. For my mom, she says. She worries. I send her photos to show I'm okay. What do you tell her about the weather? I ask. She thinks. I say, raining or sunny. Very basic. Try it now. What would you tell her about today's weather? Sujin looks around. It's been cloudy in the morning. Then it looked like rain, and then it rained a lot. And now? She looks at the road, the sun, the sky. Now it's clearing up. It's getting warmer again. It's a beautiful afternoon. There you go. She just described a whole day of weather. Morning, afternoon, evening, cloudy, rain, clearing up. And she used the two patterns. It looks like rain, it's getting warmer, without thinking about it, just saying what she saw. She just told a weather story with a beginning, a middle, and end. In English, naturally. I did it, she says quietly, surprised. You did it, I say. Kenji is walking just ahead. He's looking at the sky still. Old habit. Kenji, Sujin calls. How would you describe today's weather? He turns, he thinks. It started clear, then it got cloudy. The clouds came from the west, fast. Then heavy rain, maybe 20 minutes. Now it's clearing. Temperature dropped a little. Tomorrow will be better. I think no rain. We all stare at him. Sujin, Grace, me, all three of us, staring at Kenji. He doesn't seem to notice. He is looking at the clouds, reading them. How do you know tomorrow? Sujin asks. After a fast rain like this one, the sky clears completely. When the sky clears completely after summer rain, the next day is usually very good. Grace nods. He's right. I've lived here 6 years. That's exactly how it works. I look at Kenji. Do you want to become a weather reporter? He smiles, a bigger smile this time. No, but maybe a farmer. We walk back to Grace's house. Sujin and Kenji come with us. They don't need to be anywhere until tomorrow morning. And Grace has already said, come for dinner. The garden in the late afternoon. After the rain, everything looks refreshed. The tomatoes are brighter. The sunflowers stand up taller. The apple tree drips a little from its leaves. We sit outside. Grace brings out old wooden chairs, a small table, a candle that she lights with a match. The flame flickers once in the breeze, then holds steady. Grace brings out a big pot of soup, vegetable soup, thick and warm, fresh bread from the market. The bread is still warm. We bought it this morning at the market, before the rain came, before we knew about the diner and the coffee, before Sujin asked about weather words. This morning feels like a long time ago. Good days are long that way. They contain more. We eat outside even though the air is cooler now. Inside would be warmer, but inside is not the point. After a day like this, you want sky above you. You want the garden around you. You want the last of the evening light. Because after a day like this, you want to be outside. You want to feel the air, see the sky. The conversation drifts. The window is fogged at the edges from our warmth. The rain still falls outside. Softer now, more gentle. The storm is passing. Easy, warm, unhurried. Sujin talks about her family, her mother who calls every evening, her younger brother who wants to come to Canada next year. I tell him it's cold in winter, she says. He doesn't believe me. He will, Grace says. Kenji talks about the apple farm, how harvest season starts in September, how he wants to stay for the harvest. I have never seen a full harvest, he says. All those apples at once. I want to see that. Grace tells a story about last year's harvest, a day when the weather was perfect, cold and crisp and clear, the whole orchard smelling of apples. It sounds magical, Sujin says. It is, Grace says. You'll see. I listen and eat my soup, warm bread in my hand. The garden getting darker around us, the candle making shadows on the table. Above us, a sky full of stars. The first stars just appearing. More coming. It's getting cold, but nobody says so, because the soup is hot, and nobody wants to go inside yet. Warm bread in my hand, the garden around me, the last of the daylight fading. This is a good evening. The soup is warm. The bread is good. The company is easy. The best kind. The kind that happens by accident. When you didn't plan for it, but it came anyway. After dinner, we do the dishes together. Grace washes. Sujin dries. Kenji stacks. I put things away, guessing where they go. The mugs go on the left, says Grace, without looking. Sorry, I say. It is fine, she says. You learn, all of us, in a small kitchen. Too many people. But it works. Then Sujin says they should go. She looks at her phone. Then at Kenji. He nods. They both stand up at the same time. The way people stand when the evening is right, not because they want to leave, but because they know when to. Early morning tomorrow, 6 o'clock start. We walk to the door. Sujin turns to me. Thank you, Emma, for the patterns. Use them this week. Every day. Deal. She shakes my hand, then thinks about it and gives me a hug. Kenji bows slightly. Old habit. Then he looks at the sky. The clouds are moving east. Slower now. Lighter. The rain is easing. It's full of stars. Clear and deep. More stars than you ever see in the city. See, Kenji says, no clouds. Tomorrow will be good. We all look up. The sky is different now. After the blue came back, it didn't stop there. Now the evening is coming. Orange light, low and warm. The stars will come soon. In the country, stars come faster. No city light to compete. Gentle. The sky after summer rain. Washed clean. Completely clear. Every star sharp and bright. Good night, I say. Good night, Emma, Sujin says. Kenji nods, his version of good night. They walk down the dark road, their voices getting quieter, their shoes on the gravel. Then nothing, just the night. Grace and I stand at the door for a moment. The night is quiet, just the sound of their footsteps on the gravel, getting quieter. Then Biscuit makes a small sound, not a bark, just a sound. His way of saying goodbye. Good people, Grace says. Very good people, I say. Sunday. Kenji was right. The sky this morning is perfect, completely clear, bright blue, the kind of sky that makes you want to stay. But I have a bus to catch. Noon. I walk in the garden one more time, slowly, quietly, taking my time. This is what I do before I leave any good place. I walk through it one last time. I look at things, I notice them, so I can take them with me. The tomatoes, the sunflowers, the apple tree, the bird feeder, the old wooden bench, all of it. Everything's still damp from yesterday's rain. The tomatoes heavy with water. The sunflowers nodding slightly in the breeze. The apple tree still and bright and full. Biscuit walks with me. He knows I'm leaving. Dogs always know. He stays close, tail down, hopeful anyway. Grace makes coffee, strong. We sit at the kitchen table. Same time next month, she asks. Maybe sooner, I say. I pack my bag, clean shirt, toothbrush, the empty coffee jar, the notebook, still with the 2 patterns on the first page. I look at them one more time. It's plus word. It looks like plus what comes next. Good. Taking them home. I put on my jacket. The morning air is cool, not warm like Saturday. There's a difference. Fall is coming. Not today, not this week, but you can feel it starting in the morning air, in the light, a little lower now, in the color of some leaves, just beginning to turn. August is the last full month of summer, and summer knows it. Not yet, but coming. You can feel it in the morning air. We walk to the bus stop, the 3 of us, me, Grace, Biscuit. The village is quiet on Sunday morning. No market, no people, just the church bell ringing at 11, birds, a dog somewhere barking once. The bus comes right on time. Same driver as Friday, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell. But the bus looks the same. And the seats are the same. And I go to the same side, left, window seat. Always. On time. Good. I hug Grace. I scratch Biscuit behind his ears. He accepts this with great dignity. Thank you for having me, I say. Come back when the apples are ready, she says. I will. I get on the bus. I find a window seat. Of course. The bus pulls away. I watch Grace and Biscuit get smaller. She waves, he wags, and then the village is gone, just like that. One moment, Grace and Biscuit. Next moment, empty road. That is the thing about leaving. It happens in 1 second. You are there, then you are gone. But the weekend stays with you. In your head, in your body, in the coffee smell on your jacket, in the sound of Biscuit's paws, fields, trees, the long road south. I look out the window at the countryside going past. The same road, but different now. Sunday light is softer than Saturday light, or maybe it just feels softer after a good weekend. Everything feels a little softer. Sunday light on the fields, that perfect, clean after-rain morning. I think about the weekend. What a weekend it was. Friday evening, bus through the sunset. Grace and Biscuit at the stop. The cool evening air. Saturday morning, garden, coffee, birds, the walk to the market, the honey stall, Sujin and the light jar, Kenji on the bench, watching the sky, the chunk lesson, the notebook, the 2 patterns, the rain, the run, the diner, coffee and soup and apple pie, the weekend conversation, natural and easy, the walk after, golden light, wet road shining, Sujin describing the whole day in 2 sentences, Kenji predicting tomorrow from the cleared sky. Soup in the garden. Stars. Good night. The garden on Saturday morning. The market. The honey. Sujin choosing the light jar. Kenji watching the clouds. The rain. The diner. The coffee. The walk after. The sun on the wet road. The soup in the garden. The stars. And 2 patterns written in a small notebook. 2 patterns that are already in other notebooks and other phones and other HUDs. Sujin will use them this week on the farm, in the morning. When a coworker asks, "How's the weather today?" she will say, "It's sunny. It looks like it will stay nice, and it will be easy, and it will be right." And she will know she did it. It's plus word. It looks like plus noun. Simple, portable, theirs now. A good weekend, better than good. The kind of weekend that fills you up. Not with things you did, but with moments you had. The market, the rain, the diner, the stars, the soup, and 2 new people. 2 new people who came to a new country to work, to learn, to grow. And they found on a rainy Saturday that two simple patterns could open a whole language. It's plus word. It looks like what comes next. Simple, portable. Theirs. Who needed the same thing you needed? Just to be somewhere quiet, with a language growing inside them. The fields go past. The sky stays clear all the way home. Now, your weekend. What did you do last weekend? Or what are you planning to do this weekend? Say 3 sentences, simple ones. I, and then I. Whatever you said, that is real English. Your English, about your life. Nobody else has that story. That is the point. Today, we spent a weekend together. We left the city on Friday evening. We watched the sunset from a bus window. We walked through a farmer's market on Saturday morning. We watched the clouds come in. We met Sujin and Kenji. We got caught in summer rain. We sat in a warm diner with coffee. We talked about our weeks. We learned 2 simple patterns. We walked after the rain and golden afternoon light. We ate soup in a garden under the stars. We said goodbye, and on Sunday, we came home. All of it in English. All of it real. Weather that changed. A weekend that happened. 2 people who learned something. And one more thing. Sujin sent me a message yesterday. Emma, I used the patterns at work. My coworker asked, "How is the weather?" I said, "It is cloudy. It looks like rain." She understood. That's the point. Weather changes, weekends end, but what you said about them stays. The words you practiced stay. The patterns you used stay. Sujin used the patterns today without thinking. That's what practice does. It makes the thinking invisible, but the language stays with you. It's plus sunny, cold, windy, beautiful, clearing up. It looks like plus rain, a storm, a good day. 2 patterns, any weather, any day. Sujin used them this week. First try, first time. It worked. You can too. This week, any day, any weather. Look out the window and say what you see. I'll be back next Monday with another story, another place, another day, another hour of English, lived, not studied, a new story, a new hour together. This is Emma from Speak English Daily, and wherever you are right now, whatever the weather outside your window, look at it. What is it like? Say it.